Good day, everyone. We are the Group 10 reporters. I am Rhea Himalgolaer, and my co-reporters are Regine Caban and Kin Daritz Duca.
In this video, we're going to discuss about enhanced teacher education curriculum anchored on out-based education. The topics we're going to discuss are the following. First, teacher education program. Second, brief background of out-based education. Third, ideal graduate of the teacher education program as a new breed of teachers. Next is the teacher education program outcomes. And the last is content pedagogy to achieve the outcomes. First, the course or degree content. Second, methods of teaching and teaching delivery. And last is assessment of learning.
So, I am assigned in Teacher Education Development Program. So, Teacher Education Development Program is a memorandum of understanding among the Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, Civil Service Commission, Professional Regulation Commission, Teacher Education Institutions, and Philippine Association for Teachers. It is established to design a single framework that defines effective teaching in all aspects of a teacher's professional life and development. It is a design called National Competency-Based Teacher Standards. This framework also provides better guide for all teachers' professional development programs and projects from the school level up to the national level. Before we discuss about the enhanced teacher education curriculum anchored to out-based education, let us define first what is out-based education. Out-based education is a learner-centered approach to education that focuses on what a student should be able to do in a real world upon completion of their course or program. It is learning outcomes or complex statements of primary skills, knowledge, attitudes, abilities, and proficiencies the learner will own at the end of the course. In out-based education, the curriculum is carefully constructed by first determining the outcomes, then designed backwards by the following. First is carefully determining authentic assessments, or how will we know? Second, choosing or building relevant learning activities and experiences. And third is the selecting appropriate content. Out-based education is a powerful education strategy that should be used as a focus for curriculum planning as a means of making informed discussions about the approaches to teaching and learning be adopted as a basis for the assessment of students or trainees and of the education program itself.
I am Regine Caban. I am assigned ideal graduate of Teacher Education Program. So, an effective school is a school in which students achieve high standards that they can use their future education or the workplace. A school where students feel safe and happy. So, the main goal of the school is to develop a fully grounded human being in terms social, intellectual, emotional, and psychomotor, and professional skills. That is an effective school within the developing ideal graduate. So, as a new breed of teacher, there are 8 types, which is multiliterate, reflective, master subject content, sensitive to issue, multicultural, innovative, high professional, and lastly, lifelong learner. So, first, multiliterate. A multiliterate teacher understands many ways that technology interacts and intervenes with academic and interpersonal life. So, as a future teacher, you must understand the student on how to deal knowledge. Second, reflective, conceptualize teaching as complex and highly skilled activity. So as a teacher, you must enhance more knowledge. So third, master subject content. It refers to instances where learners can demonstrate the mastery of the key units of a learned content. As they prepare for application or demonstration, we must master all the topic so that our student can learn more. So fourth, sensitive to issue, to be dealt with carefully because it is likely to cause disagreement or make people angry or upset. So we must avoid saying words that can make our student bad. So fifth, multicultural. Multiculturalism, the view that cultures, races, and ethnicities, particularly those of minority groups, deserve special acknowledgement of their different with a dominant political culture. So we must understand their culture to understand them. 6. Innovative is introducing or using new ideas or methods. So we must know more about other knowledge or words so that our learner can be productive. So 7. Highly professional. Being a professional teacher means being knowledgeable and enthusiastic about one's material, creating a supportive and respectful classroom environment, building authentic relationship with an advocating for students. So we must act as a future professional. And lastly, lifelong learner is strongly aware of the relationship between learning and real life, recognize the need for lifelong learning and is highly motivated to engage in the process and has the necessary confidence and learning skills. Teacher education program outcomes. Develop students' ability to recognize, formulate, and solve issues and problems in the areas of contents, knowledge, and pedagogy, and provide the students with a meaningful experiences in research and development that are relevant to field of the teaching professions. So, we must the student to be more productive and more knowledgeable. We must be creative and enhance our skills so that for students can learn more and they can also share their knowledge to others. They also enhance their skills because they can learn from us.
Good day everyone, my name is Kindaritz Duka and I am assigned to report about the content and pedagogy to achieve the outcomes. Now, what is the content and pedagogy to achieve the outcomes? It is a courses or degree, contents, teaching methods, delivery modes, assessment of learning content and pedagogy to achieve the outcomes. Next is foundation courses. What is foundation courses? Teacher education candidates are trained in foundational courses to recognize and examine social and political inequities, as well as to recognize the culture, policy, and traditional have a direct impact on teacher, learners, families, and communities as a whole. There are 7 bullets there. It is child and adolescents learning and learning principle, the teacher and society, the teaching profession, the school culture and organization leadership, school communities linkages, and the last is foundation of special inclusive education. What is pedagogical content knowledge courses? It is an understanding where students are coming from in relation to the subject being taught is required for pedagogical content knowledge. That because in order to effectively teach material, teachers must first understand what students bring to the table in terms of preconceived notions, feelings, and techniques. Many pupils, for example, have personal feelings toward arithmetic word problems. A math teacher who understands pedagogical substance would address each of these preconceptions and demonstrate why they are incorrect. For the 7 bullets, this course examines human development patterns with a particular focus on cognitive, biological, social, and moral and emotional development of children and adolescents. Teachers from all walks of life and subject have the power to change students' attitude and ideas about society, life, and personal aspirations. A teacher, often known as a school teacher or educator, is a person who assists students in gaining knowledge, competence, or virtue. The organization culture of a school establishes different ways of doing things fosters achievement orientation, helps shape norms and patterns of conduct, and decides the direction for the future growth. Parents are involved in school and community ties in order to improve their children's education outcomes. The benefits of school community partnerships assist in gaining access to and recruiting groups of kids who are most in need of assistance. The next is major courses. What is major courses? It is the program provides students with a thorough understanding of the psychological and social, philosophical, and curricular foundations of education, as well as the skills necessary to work with children in a variety of contexts. The next is experiential learning courses. What is experiential learning courses? Experiential learning courses allows students to apply what they've learned in their core and elective courses to real-world project for sponsoring corporation while remaining in the safe confines of an academic setting. There's 2 bullets: field study, course field observation, practice teaching, classroom observation, teaching assistance, or full immersion. For 2 bullets, field study is now part of the curriculum, giving students the opportunity to observe and collect data from the study region, as well as to share their findings. The process of sitting in on another teacher is known as a teacher observation. Time periods might be ranged from a few minutes to an entire class term or school day. And that's all. Thank you.
The second part of a content pedagogy to achieve the outcomes is methods of teaching and teaching delivery. It is the methods of teaching should be varied to address the different kinds of learners, in which it has a type which is direct instructions, in which direct instructions had also types such as the modeling, explanation, elaboration, lecturing, demonstration, thinking aloud through processes, and recapping or summarizing information. So teaching methods are an important aspects of teaching and learning, in which it determines the activities of the teachers and students, the quality of the teaching process, implicitly sending a message about what teaching is, how children learn, and what is knowledge. According to some findings from the study of some researchers, it revealed that most of the teachers' methods of teaching have a great effect on students' academic performance. Based on these findings, student-centered method and teacher-student interactive method was recommended in order to improve students' academic performance. The third one is assessment of learning. Assessment of learning is a snapshot in time that let the teacher, students, and their parents know how well each student has completed the learning tasks and activities. It provides information about students' achievements. While it provides useful reporting information, it often has a little effect on learning. Assessment plays an important role in the process of learning and motivation. A well-designed assessment methods provide valuable information about the students' learning. They tell us what the students learned, how well they learned it, and where they struggled.